Hi Gemini, this will be your career reading, kind of like career finances, that sort of thing, for the month of October. So I'm doing things a little differently. I usually do the love, singles, career all in one video, but I decided to split them up and kind of, I just thought it might be easier that way instead of dealing with timestamps and all that. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think, if you prefer it this way or what, you know, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to get started. And I will link the, your specific sign. I will link Gemini Love and Gemini Singles to either the comments or underneath the description box of the video. All right, so let's see what's going on for Geminis in October. Let's look and see what kind of challenges you might be facing, career, finance-wise, things like that. Oh, well, okay, those were all too willing to come out, right? Ooh, okay, that's good. And Queen of Swords. Interesting. Two of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. All right. I don't really see that as a challenge too much. Hold on. Except, let's look at the. Let me clarify something real quick here. What's the Queen of Swords, please, for Geminis, please? Geminis. Magician. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's challenges whatsoever. In fact, I'll restart that. I might not have posed the question quick enough, and the cards just wanted to hop out. So, because what I see here are pretty darn good cards right now. So I don't really see how these could be challenges. You have the Queen of Swords, which is air energy, so that's probably you, Gemini. Especially, you know, male or female. That's fine, because I've got a Magician here, which is more of a male type figure. Even though it's not air energy, it's well, I mean, it is in a sense. It's all the elements energy, but you know, it's probably your energy. I was a little nervous with the Queen of Swords because sometimes that can mean like cutting out. Sometimes it can mean a firing or a scolding, you know, something like that. But you have the Star card here, so that's why I feel like it's your energy, and this is, things are going pretty good. You know, the Star card or about to. Because the Star card is more about like wish fulfillment, and the Magician is about manifesting things, so I feel like something is going pretty well for you, quite frankly. So let me pose the question again, because those cards really came out really fast. And let me just see if there's any challenges that you are going to be dealing with in October, if there's anything of import. So, oh, well, no, now I got the King of Swords. Interesting. But that could be a male Gemini. All right, so hold on. Okay, what other kinds of challenges, please? What other kinds of challenges? Is there any kinds of challenges that Gemini will be facing in October with regards to their work and career, please? Gemini's watching this. Okay, whoops. All right. No. Yeah, I got great cards. So here's the thing. I really don't see like it being too troubling this month. I've got the King of Swords. Again, I got a little nervous because King of Swords can be a firing. Same thing as the Queen of Swords, I was saying. It can be like a scolding. It can be cutting out, you know, all those types of things. But I just don't see it here because there's such great cards here. Because you have the Chariot card, which is a card of victory and moving forward. You have the Lovers card, but so I mean, it could actually have something to do with a love situation at work. That's possible, but more than likely, it's you know, it's your card. You know, it's Gemini, so we have that. But it's also too, it could be like some sort of choice that you need to make, because you also have the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck as well, which, as you can tell, you know, he's coming up to a path. He or she, can't really tell. You know, they're coming up to a path, and they've got a couple different directions to go, you know, to choose from. So it's kind of like a choice card, or being at a crossroads. And the Lovers card can be that as well, besides being your card, Gemini. So, you know, I feel like, especially if you are a Gemini male that is Gemini Cancer cusp, there could be a big choice coming up for you, but I do feel like you are moving forward and you are making some strategic plans right now. So now, you know, it came out in the challenges. So, I mean, it's possible that it's like that is your challenge, you know, that you have this big decision to make and you're trying to move forward. You're trying to wrangle, you know, this decision. So, I mean, it could work that way too. But either way, like, I just don't see it as like some of the reads, you know, we get some pretty negative challenges, you know, like people being jerks at work, you know, things like I don't see any stuff like that going on. So let's just take a look and see what kind of opportunities are, wow, Seven of Cups just flipped out. So let's see what kind of opportunities are coming towards you in October. So the Seven of Cups flipping out just means there could be a lot of options in front of you. Sometimes the Seven of Cups is sort of so-so energy, because it can kind of mean like you're not really taking the bull by the horns and making decisions or anything like that. You're kind of up in the air, maybe fantasizing about a lot of things, but not really taking action. So it can be that kind of energy, but I don't know. I feel like more of it also has a higher type energy as well, which has a little bit more of a spiritual vibe to it, and I'm feeling that more. So I feel like the Seven of Cups is a little bit more about like insight for you, about narrowing down your choices and being very strategic about what you do choose. So I feel like you are doing well in that department. Wow, the Lovers again with the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Page of Pentacles. So some of you Geminis could definitely be checking out somebody at work, all right? So, I mean, and, you know, I know it's not a love reading, it's a career reading, but I am seeing that energy because I'm getting a lot of cups, a lot of choices, things like that. But let's see what else we get here. Okay, show me Gemini opportunities, please, in the work, career, finances, things like that. What type of opportunities might make themselves known, will make themselves known in October 2019 for Geminis, please? What kind of opportunities, career-wise, coming towards Gemini in October? Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles. All right, so money's good. Not great, but it's good. Although we'll look at that separately because we do that as well. Yeah, there's some sort of choice coming up for you here. But I feel it's very good, and it's going to lead to some good wish fulfillment. With the Nine of Cups again, you're getting a lot of like wishful type manifestation energy going on here. All right, so let me get a few more cards here on opportunities coming towards Gemini in October, please. Okay. Oh, yay. Okay. King of Swords again. Tower, interesting. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is looking pretty normal, actually. All right, so here's what I'm seeing. So the challenge may be, you know, when I was talking about this stuff, I mean, you did have some good cards, but that may be the challenge. The challenge is that you know there's something better for you, but you're trying to decide how to go and grab that, how to move forward, how to get that. So what I'm seeing for this month is a lot of deliberating about just that, like how to move forward. You can feel it. I get the sense you can feel like there's something that is like cooking for you, you know, that's going to be good, but it's like it's just kind of a little bit out of reach, and you just need to kind of really focus and concentrate and pick the right cup. Okay, that's what I'm getting here, because you do have the Hanged Man. So if you have been stalled and like things have just been stagnant, like nothing dynamic has been happening, you're not like, you know, like you've been at the same salary for, you know, a year and a half or a couple years now. You haven't been promoted. Everything's just sort of like you go in, you do your job, you go home. It's all stagnant, all that kind of stuff. I do feel like the wheel is starting to turn with you. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune typically brings change, good luck, usually, depending on the cards surrounding. And I don't see negative cards. I mean, I see a few, but I see them balanced by positive. So I think this is kind of one of those very much so crossroad moments that's saying, okay, you've been stuck for a while now, Gemini, and we're going to throw this wheel out here for you, and we're going to see if you take a risk and turn it. Because I really feel like you are starting to realize that you have choices in front of you. You don't have to stay stagnant. You don't have to stay in something that you hate. And I feel like you're going to be wrestling a little bit, like, you know, wrestling a little bit with that energy this month. With the King of Swords Tower card, I mean, this can, you know, in a normal career reading, the King of Swords with the Tower card can be a firing. It truly can. But I don't think that is the case. I just really don't. I think with the King of Swords, I think it's your energy, your air energy, and I think it's just you strategizing how to shake things up for yourself, how to make a more of a splash, you know, in for your career, for your path, you know, that kind of thing. I see you really heavily contemplating those types of things. Now, you do have the Eight of Swords. It's a lot of anxiety, things like that, and it's also a card that's a little bit afraid to move forward, afraid to speak up your ideas, afraid that they might be laughed at or not taken seriously and things like that. It's a lot of afraidness and anxiety-ness, you know, that kind of energy. So try to watch that. You do have the Page of Swords. So I do feel like you, again, still kind of strategizing here, how to stay on top of something. You might even think that you might want to go and learn a little bit more about something in order to keep on top of the game of whatever it is you are pursuing. Possible. Either that, or it could just be, it could be somebody younger in your work environment that it's a little bit challenging, a little bit cocky, something like that. But, you know, just have patience with them, especially if it's like maybe you're the boss and you've hired somebody, you know, to kind of help you with things, or there's a new employee that's kind of under your wing. They might be a little cocky and stuff, but just have patience with them. I feel, you know, like you can get through this. Let's see what else. Overall, you know, with the Four of Cups and Justice, I feel like you're still bored. So I feel like that Wheel of Fortune came in, that Tower came in, and you've possibly, quite possibly, Gemini, ignored them both and not done anything about them. So it's like the universe is kind of like spurring you on with this Wheel of Fortune, trying to put some kind of opportunity in your way, or the thoughts of, you know, turning things around for you. The Tower comes in, and maybe even, you know, could have been, maybe, you know, some of you even did get fired, or you know, something shook up fairly significantly. Maybe, you know, this could be, unfortunately, this could even be like a demotion of some sort, because it's the King of Swords, then the Tower, and then the Page of Swords. You know, there could have been something fairly significant going on here. And I still feel, though, like you're not standing up for yourself, you're not expressing yourself, and you are just kind of biding your time, and then karmically, that's the, you know, Justice is the card of then karmically, you know, here you are, the Four of Cups, just still sort of bored, and like, look at this beautiful big offer coming out with a hand, you know, it's like the hand of God saying, oh my God, look, here is this beautiful cup. But yet you're just kind of like snoozing, you know, you don't really see it or take action. So be careful with that, you know, unless, I don't know, maybe you're cool that way, but I do see like that kind of energy going on. So maybe, you know, if the universe is kind of shaking things up for you, if you kind of notice like some opportunities are being presented all of a sudden to you, or some pretty significant thing happens that you feel like walking out, you know, and slamming the door on their face, but you don't, you know, kind of thing, you know, stuff like that is going on. You might want to like check, you know, and pay attention to that, because it could be the universe trying to gently, or not so gently with the Tower, like prod you to go and do like higher stuff for yourself. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Last but not least, okay, finances, I feel like they're okay. I just feel like you keep working and working and working, and you're not getting what you deserve, is what I feel. I feel that you could be doing a lot better, all right? And I think it's starting to weigh you down, quite frankly. I mean, finances look okay. You know, I've got the Ten of Wands here, which, you know, it's not a great card, but I've got the Seven of Pentacles. That's pretty good. I mean, you have enough. You know, you're not losing money. You know, all that kind of stuff. But I just really think it's time for you to try to keep your eye on the King of Pentacles type mentality. Yeah, then it seems like if you set your goals higher, more like the King of Pentacles does, you know, which is like where you want to be in that energy. Wow, yeah, totally. So you have like the Magician here, you have the Fool card, you have the Fool card, which is like taking a risk, taking a new adventure, having a clean slate. The Ten of Cups, something that makes you emotionally very happy. Page of Cups, you know, the Four of Wands, the Magician. You know, you got like these great cards. So I feel like, you know, you're underpaid right now, Gemini. And I feel like you're getting annoyed at it and getting bored. I mean, you probably already have been, but like it's really time to kind of start realizing what you're worth and think about looking higher is what I'm seeing. All right. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, and hope you enjoyed this. And I'll link those other videos in case you want to see those for your sign this month as well. All right. Thanks.